Hi, if you happen to be watching this. Um, I am planning on finishing up the Whimsigoth tiny house that I started. Hopefully, it will actually turn out okay. Um, Mostly we're just going to be doing some landscaping out front and then probably going back through and doing like an additional pass with decor. Which probably won't take that long, so we might get started on something else too. Um, but here we are, and yeah, I think what we'll probably do is put out some things for a little witch. I'm thinking pergola. I think because it's a tiny home and we couldn't fit like a cauldron inside, I want to kind of see if I could do like a covered area outside where we can put it so we can still have that. Um, so I think I'm going to start with the kind of, I guess it'll be like a patio area. Patio, pergola, whatever. We're just gonna not, we're gonna not put down tiles and see if we can make it not a room. Let's grab these columns and see what we can do. Will this work? I don't know. But I think it's worth a try. Okay. Can I have a feeling like it's not gonna let me put a roof on top of that. It's so rude. I feel like probably I would have to put out some, I would have to make it technically a room, which we do have 11 tiles left. So if it's not bigger than 11 tiles, we're still gonna be fine. So, no, I don't think it's gonna end up looking like I want it to. So I guess let's just pull up our pergola options. I already know which one I want. I am obsessed with the one from, it's from Riviera Retreat, I think. Where is it? There it is. She is, isn't she so beautiful? I do wish that there was like options of like more vines, I guess. I do like the two options of like either vines or the drapes, but I'd like to have an option to like have it even more overgrown. But I guess I can do that myself if I have to. So, and I wanted to look for a different flower arranging bench because I have another one that's, it's just not categorized where the other flower arranging benches are. I'm just gonna see if I can find it. Okay, so we have this. This is another option that's fun. This is a part of Valia's Sunwoven set. It has this table, and this matches actually with the sink that we put in the kitchen. There's the pot. This. So this is actually a flower arranging table. Like it'll function as one in game, but you can put it on literally any surface. So that's a fun option. And I know there's one that looks sort of like this, but it is a little bit more weathered and worn. It's just, it's not in a normal place. No. It might. Are you hiding sculptures, maybe? Also, if you're wondering how I'm expanding the catalog, on my keyboard, right next to your 1 key, um, to the left of it, I'm just hitting that button. Hold on. My cat just came in, and I need to close the door. Beast interruptions. They will abound, always and forever. She's wonderful. She is a beast. Okay. Potting bench. I wish I remembered what it was called or what set it was from that I have. Um, it's a great piece and I do like it. It's just in a weird. It just wasn't categorized correctly, which is the risk that you run with anything, really, is that it's just going to be in a category that's weird or not where you would have put it or wanted it to be put. Okay, maybe it's not in here. Because it looks like the one that I have out, but it's just sort of smaller, and the wood looks a little bit more weathered, which I think is what I want. Gonna be in here. Maybe it's in miscellaneous. So I'll also probably have to check surfaces if it's not somewhere in here. Just feel like it may have accidentally ended up in decorations. But either way, even if I can't find it, I have some great options to go with. That will be lovely. It'll just be perfect. There won't be any problems whatsoever. Grabbing those because I want them if I haven't put them places already. Ooh. That's fun. That's base game? I've never seen this. Okay, but that actually looks so good, and I think I should use it somewhere upstairs. So I'm just gonna drop that there. We'll find a place for it later. Maybe on top of the piano. I think it could look really good up there because it's a little bit bigger. How did I not know that that was so cool? So of course I have this scale from Realm of Magic, but it's not the same. I do like the Realm of Magic scale. But we're looking for different things. Do I want? We could also put out chests. That could be fun. Because we do already have the trunk upstairs. We actually have a trunk downstairs too. Oh, and I already have that apothecary thing. Oh, no. Okay. Real quick. Garden on hold while we find a place for this scale. Maybe if I raise it up with the 9 key, can I? a little bit too wide to fit on. Oh, but what if? Okay. I think if I raise it up with tool mod, I can get it to kind of merge into this part of the fence or the railing. No, wait, not that one. This one. Now, why do I want it here? I think it'll look cool. I think it'll look cool and funky. Go up 0.5. 0.3. Oh, or not rotating. Canceling rotating. Elevating. 0.3. Okay. It looks cool. It is serving no other purpose than being cool. Okay. Now, back to the potting bench hunt. Oh, I do want the basket lemons, though. Okay. Next place we're gonna look is in surfaces. Maybe it's somewhere in here. Like miscellaneous, probably, if it is in here. The other problem with just like scouring is that at a certain point my eyes are just gonna glaze over and I'm not gonna be able to look for anything anymore, which is not gonna be helpful. We may just have to go with what we have. I'm sure somebody has turned this bench into a flower arranging bench, but it should have been. That should have been an update. Like, with. It's like. No, Cottage Living came out after Seasons. That should have just been like. I don't know. It should have been a flower arranging bench from the beginning, I guess, is my opinion. We might want something like this. Oh, we don't want that. Oh, and I do like this too, but I don't think it's quite the right energy for what we're going for, which is... here's the pastel version of that. Which would be fun. Well, this is like the smaller version, which we might find. That might be good. Okay, I can't find it, therefore we will abandon looking for it and we'll go with what we have. I think I do want to go with this one though. Find a darker swatch. This is my only complaint about Dahlia, is that the dark wood swatches are not always the best. But it's okay. Of all the complaints that I could have, I think that one is probably the least important. There we have like it's like newspaper. See, because that's cool. So there's nothing to complain about because it's cool. So let's maybe tuck that in on this side. That on that side. And then I think I do still want to try to put the cauldron out here and then some more planter boxes, even though we have the eco lifestyle ones inside. I think we can do more. turn off grid for the moment. Okay. Door activities. Oh, I do have these, which I started. These are by a creator called Max20. I have a lot of. They essentially did like a blooming rooms add-on. Tons of new planter boxes and plants, not blooming rooms. Greenhouse. The greenhouse kit? Or maybe it was technically blooming rooms. I don't know. It's great. I love it. Especially this planter box. I think it looks so cool. Not for this build, but I do like it. Maybe we do just go with... Oh, I like that too. Can go with, this is the Moonwood Garden. This is by my Shino-san. Let's put these out under the pergola. Just gonna throw down a couple and then I will find better spots for them. And then miscellaneous. Give me a cauldron. Fine, I will search for them. If I can spell correctly, that would be so helpful. A couple of options. I think this makes sense because it does look like it's supposed to be outdoors and it looks a little bit like it's rested. That should be fine there. And then I can line up some like surfaces and stuff that'll have like potion ingredients and gardening implements and things. I think that'll be cute. We throw that around the back. And if I get crazy, I might get some terrain paint going. Or not, well, I will do terrain, but if I get crazy, I might go and grab vines and stuff and make this look more overgrown myself. Okay, that's what I want. So we want this all to be a little bit darker. So we're putting our mushrooms out here. Cute. And then these, I know these come in other swatches. Just gonna turn this guy. Looks a little different. Then stars. Because we want the vibe of a witch could live here, but she does kind of freak out her neighbors. Which honestly is my personal goal of aesthetics, is I want to be unsettling. And I think that this witch should also be unsettling. Okay, let's pick some terrain paint. We're gonna go in with the pavement first, and then I will mess around with things. Let's put the grid back. Let's see. What do we want? Oh, I don't. That might be nice. Fine. Oh. It's like kind of cobblestone-y vibe. It's fun. It's a little bit different. Not quite. Because I don't feel like anything else quite is what I had in mind, which is okay. No, I like that. And then it's kind of down the middle of these guys. And don't worry, we're gonna go back in with like flowers and trees and shrubs and all that jazz. This is just what we're doing right at this step. And if for some if someone is chatting or sending messages, I'm so sorry I cannot see them. I have one monitor, and I don't have chat in front of me. So in the unlikely event that somebody is sending messages, I'm so sorry. However, if you're watching this, because I'm gonna put the VOD up on YouTube as well, if you're watching it there, and you see something that you like or you're curious about, like a CC item, and you didn't catch what it was called or you can't find it, you can leave in a comment and ask where you can find it. And you can also, if you happen to look on my Twitch, which should be linked to my YouTube. No, it is. I know it is. You can find me on Tumblr or on BlueSky. I do also have a Twitter, but I don't use it anymore because fuck Twitter. Oh, that's gonna go great on YouTube that I said fuck. It's fine. It's not like anything's monetized. But yeah, if you see something you want to ask about or you want to know where to find, if you couldn't find it, you can definitely do that. I'm a big proponent of using custom content in your Sims games. It's free for the most part, and the creators who make it are just amazing. They're doing amazing things, adding such cool functionality to the game and such beautiful items. Whether it's build mode, whether it's gameplay stuff, whether it's casts, they're doing really awesome stuff, and I just think that everybody should be able to get in on it and see what they're doing. They can make your game more diverse. They can make the game really into anything that you want, which is why I love CC creators so much. They do really awesome things. Let's go maybe some darker dirt. No, I'll just leave that for now. Let's do like some darker grass or something under these. Oh, maybe. But yeah, I love CC, and it is so easy to put it in your game. Like, if you can open like your files in your game, or not in the game, but just like on your computer, if you can open a file, you can put CC into your game. And like it's just a big wonderful world out there. And I want to share cool stuff that I find because there's so much cool stuff. And also, if you are somehow in the comments or in the chat or something and you want to share a cool CC item that you know about that I haven't seen or you don't see here, or you think that other people would find cool, you should definitely mention it. Would love to hear about it. Okay, I think it's time to put some more clutter on these shelves back here, and then go full landscape. So first things first, we need more plants. Oh wait. Okay, have these. These are really fun because they're plants that are in like makeshift pots. I love that. These might be separated from other things, I'm not sure. And of course we have like the classic greenhouse starter stuff. It's fun. Spies not doing it. It's fun. And I might grab also. What am I thinking? Oh, I might grab some like crystals and stuff from Debug and put those out here. That could be fun. Got like the bright white pot on that for this. Oh, do I already have this somewhere inside? I know I pulled it out, but I don't think I put it in here. Okay. Cool, that means it can go outside. Oh, maybe we go on the porch. Maybe we go on the porch on a little stool. And I'm just going everywhere all at once. There is no method, only madness here. So if you want something that's like cohesive or straightforward, I'm so sorry. It's just not gonna happen. Maybe something a little different. I do like that, but not for here. The sky. Okay, that's fine. If I hate it later, I'll just get rid of it. Got some other plants. This might, yeah, I think I like that a little bit better. It's a little bit more less sparse. But yeah, we are still trying to embody some Whimsigoth. Unfortunately, might not be doing a great job. But that's okay. That's okay. I'll put another skull planter out here. Maybe some stakes, maybe some funky bones or something. Really scare off this Sims neighbors. Oh, we do have this guy. This would be cool. Just kind of shove it. And the other fun thing about this plant rack is that this bottom piece is so this has slots, so we can put more stuff there. Oh, now what is going to be good is we've got this, which I actually, did I put that inside already? I already have. I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep checking. Okay, no, I did not put it inside. Awesome. Is that I know that I have bags of potting soil. I think they're my Shino-san. Which, I actually don't know. It might be in one of the kits that I don't have. Did they put the Myshuno game back in Sims 4? It's in Sims 2. I don't know if it's in Sims 4. It might be in like one of the party expansions that I don't have. Because I don't have bowling night and I don't have the party kit. whichever one that is. But so if you know what I'm talking about, and it is in one of those, let me know because I'd be curious. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about and it's not in one of those, it's a game that your Sims can play. It's like a little, it's almost sort of like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like a lottery thing, sort of, or like a little bit like bingo. It's hard to describe because I don't know exactly what it is, but it's like a classic Sims thing, like llamas and all of that. You know what? Not enough llamas in Sims 4. That's my hot take. We need more llamas. Llamas are classic Sims. They should be here in abundance. There's my potting soil. I knew I had some. But yeah, I think there should be more llamas. That's my hot take. Like, neither of the universities that came with Discover University have the llama as their mascot. And this is me going back to Sims 2, and I think this was also true in Sims 3, is that the llama was the like Sims University mascot. That was the whole thing. And then there was an evil like rival school mascot, which was a cow. I don't know why. It just was. This is what you get from me, is all of the deep lore if you're not familiar with the other Sims. And if you are, and I'm boring you to death, I'm so sorry. I just find it really funny. But yeah, there was, I'm gonna size that up a little bit. Oof, not that much. Oh, I do want to change the colors. But prior editions of the game, llamas were a lot more prominent. And I'd like to see more llamas, please and thank you, Sims 2. Yeah, let's get on that. Maybe you'd make more money if you had more llamas. You wouldn't have to sell the game to an investor in Saudi Arabia. No, that's not the only problem that EA has. There's so many problems. Not that I dislike the game, but I do have some issues with EA as a company, and that's really hard to live with and sort through, unfortunately. How do you feel about maybe some like paintbrush things? I don't know why, but I feel like that might be something that could go out here with the fletching stuff. I'm just making things up now. There's no reason for there to be paintbrushes there, but we're gonna put them there because I want different clutter. But I think it's like actually really common to have complicated relationships with a corporation that makes the thing that you like. And at this point, like I said about like Sims custom content creators, is that there's such a vast community making things independently that at a certain point it doesn't super matter what EA is doing on their own, because you have other options. And if you want to support those creators, I know tons of them have Patreons these days, where you can get like early access to their stuff. That definitely did not used to be a thing. Because like Sims 2, for instance, that's back in the days of early internet, where people just didn't do that. But I think it's great. I love that creators have the chance to not only share their passion and like things they're excited about, but also to like get supported in that way by the community. But if you weren't aware, that very much was not a thing. And in a lot of the Sims 2 spaces, still is very much not a thing. where they just are not good with paying for custom content. And that's a complicated, like, mindset thing to really, like, dig into and discuss. Because I don't think that anyone is necessarily wrong considering the context that they have. When it comes to whether or not custom content should be entirely free. But I do think that the Sims 2 community in particular has been needlessly aggressive towards more modern or more contemporary Simmers who do like post things on Patreon or put things like behind a paywall or like put like donation options on their site. Like, I get it. I do think they can be overzealous. And I think it's also like important to understand their context and where they're coming from is from a time when it wasn't considered okay to do that. Because when you start like messing with stuff like that, it's kind of like with fan works, right? Like things might get complicated from like a copyright perspective. And like we are past that now with The Sims. But I also like I admittedly was a kid when all of that was going on at first. Like in like the age of pay sites must die and things like that. So I can't say for sure what was going on in everybody's heads and what everybody was thinking about. But it is an interesting part of Sims history, of Simmer history, really. That I think is interesting and worth considering and like knowing about if you are part of the Sims community. And I know that there's tons and tons of stuff that I don't know about that that could be relevant to me that I would love to learn more about. That's my thing, is I never want to sound like I know everything and I am the end all be all of any sort of knowledge. Because I don't and I'm not. Okay. I'm gonna pop into Crystal Creations real quick just to see if there's anything else I want to throw out here. Ooh, maybe the gemologist. Okay, do we have a slot where we can put that? I think I might move some things around. I might move this guy. Come on. Why don't you want a slot up there? I will make you. Okay. And now. Yeah, go down. But yeah, no, I think that I don't even know what I was saying anymore. This will also be a comic occurrence. But I think the beauty of The Sims truly has very little to do with like the game itself to a certain extent. And more to do with the community that it has fostered and created. Like there's so many talented people out in the world who are making content, who are creating stories and doing incredible things with this game as the medium. And I love that. Oh, I think it's time to really landscape. Oh, before I do that, I should put out an outdoor trash can and a mailbox. And I know I said this last time, but I'm still not used to putting these on lots. It's still so weird to me. Because I'm like, but I didn't need that. That's just there, right? No, you gotta do it yourself now. That's an option. This is the Willow Creek box. That could be okay. Oh, but I do like, I have these. These are wall mailboxes. I think I want that actually. Hey. That's nice. All right, and then we need a trash can. Around the back here so it's a bit hidden. Be nice. Good. Now we can landscape for real. And then I'll go back through the inside and see if there's any more cluttering that we want to do. Now, I could just pull things that are in the world around me. We're in, where are we? We're in that one neighborhood that's just empty lots. New something. Just because there were small lots that were convenient for them. Oh, that's cute. Oh, why is it so small? I do like the dead tree. And of course, the dead vampire tree is classic. I'm going to do a mix of dead and living plants. Because I do think that the witch here she tries her best, but sometimes death is just part of life. I do like this, this guy. This is a outdoor retreat oak tree. That's fun. And then we pull that. Put this guy here. There. Now we'll just say that the oak tree pulled all the nutrients away from this one, so that's why it's dead. It's totally not from like neglect or something. I do like the big like weeping cherry tree, but considering how small this lot already is, I don't think that we really need to go quite that hard. There'll be a different build, I think. I don't want to do too many different types of trees. I just feel like that might be a little weird. Oh, I do like the tree with the lights. It's very cute. Another build. No, that's the same one. It's not. Or no, why? You don't need palm tree. So, this is the American beech tree. Just size it up. How badly is that clipping? Oh, it's clipping a lot. Ugh. So, direction that it can be where it's not clipping that much? I don't think so. Oh, now it's not clipping into the room at all, just a little bit into the roof. Cool. And then I think we'll go in and we'll do some flowers, maybe some rocks. What would be very fun though is I could put out a little pond and put alligators in it or something. Yeah, put down some overgrown grass. She's definitely a pain for the HOA. I bet she didn't sign. Did you know that you don't have to sign the HOA part of a contract? You can negotiate that. By the way, I don't know how much you can negotiate it, but I wouldn't sign into an HOA. If you can avoid it, you should probably avoid it. I want ferns. I love ferns. I grew up in the Pacific Northwest, so ferns are just everything to me. I think they're beautiful. I think they're, well, I don't know why they seem almost like fantastical to me. I mean, they kind of are, because for a long time, I just found this out recently. This might not be totally true, but I hope it is. Is for a long time, because ferns don't flower, people couldn't figure out how ferns, like, as plants were reproducing. They just didn't really know. And I know that, like, the legend of the fern flower is, like, a thing. It's, like, a special, like, mystical flower. This idea of, like, that if you find a fern flower, that you'll have luck all the rest of your life, I think is how that goes. But of course, there are no fern flowers. Ferns don't flower, but they're still beautiful. I want to get a fern tattoo. It's been on my mind for a while. I just haven't really found a design that I like, that I think would be cute. Oh, that's nice. These are more Ciboulette Golden Garden flowers here. I do like the bluebells. I like them a lot. Slice them down. And we'll do some ground cover too. Oh, that's nice. Yellow wildflowers from Outdoor Retreat. I do love the Outdoor Retreat. Landscaping pieces. That's the word. Maybe because it does remind me of, like, Pacific Northwest. Because that's kind of what it is. A little bit. Like up in the mountains. The Granite Falls pieces. Which I guess what yeah. Oh, we have a rhododendron. What about my philodendron? Leave my philodendron. Maybe use some of this jasmine on pergola. That could be fun. Be a bit of a moment. Could be nice. Because it will clip to, like, it's made to clip to, like, a building, but it's to say that we can't mess with it and put it in other places. I do like that. I'm gonna come back to that. I'm gonna need something to disguise the bottom. Irises. I do already have an iris tattoo. Um, and irises were one of my grandma's favorite flowers. Um, I just love them. I think they're beautiful. And the reason why I became obsessed with irises was because growing up as the weird, like, nerdy kid that I was, and still am in many ways, I was obsessed with, like, the language of flowers and, like, knowing all sorts of different things to do with that. Um, and so while I was like trying to write a fantasy story, I decided that I needed to like know what flowers, like in terms of flower, like meaning and language represented like each character. Um, and so while I was researching that, I came across irises. And they typically represent dignity and nobility. Um, which you could take a couple different ways, but I think for me, what I took that as is um, it's like a representation of, I guess, like poise and like how how to handle oneself and like saying to the world that I am self-possessed, that which which is a word that sounds like it means selfish. It doesn't. If you don't know this word, self-possessed just means like self-sufficient. Um, like I've got this. I've got me. Like I know what's up. I'm good. Um, and that just really spoke to me. Um, and so irises have always kind of been one of my favorite flowers. And then when I got older, I found out that they were one of my grandma's favorite flowers, and I was like, well, now I like them even more. I wish this came in a swatch with like multicolored, like white and blue and purple. Be nice. Um, yeah, I don't know. I'm just rambling, which of course I always am. I am a grade A rambler. It's very easy for me to ramble. Um, I like that. I want things to look kind of overgrown, but overgrown in like an intentional, nice way. Overgrown in a way that would annoy people if you were not her. She definitely lives to annoy her neighbors. Um, what am I saying? What am I talking about now? Let's throw down a little bit of terrain now that we've got that one. Not the pond. We don't need a pond. Oh, do we have rocks? I might want some rocks. We might need that. Oh, I was gonna say we might have already done too many flowers for rocks, but I think I'll get some rocks. There we go. Put in some rocks back here too. Does it make sense that there would be random? Oh goodness gracious, nope. Does it make sense that there would be rocks all over like somebody's yard? Rocks that are this big. in like this kind of neighborhood. No, probably not. But I like them. I think they're nice. Who knows? She probably brought the rocks. Was like, hey, I'm gonna ruin this yard. Put rocks in it. Did y'all see have you seen a video of the guy who found that absolutely fucking gigantic rock in his backyard? Like he found a boulder like buried in his backyard. It was wild. And like they had to like get like an earth mover and like I think maybe a crane to get it out. And now it's just hanging out on his like front lawn. Does anybody remember this? It was months ago, I feel like. I do. Oh, we should definitely have some sort of decorative lemon tree since we have the basket of lemons. We have a couple different ones, though. I think citrus. There we go. I knew I had some here. This guy, or this guy's a little bit bigger. It's gonna be fun. Put it kind of cute. No. Does this mean that your son will have to walk off of their lot to get to the trash can if she were to use this place? Yes. Does it matter to me? No. Too bad. So sad. Okay. Now, I need terrain paint. Oh, should we open this back up? I keep doing this. Where I search for something and it goes show all, and then I don't switch it to something else, and so it takes longer to load the catalog. And every time I do it, I'm so afraid that it's gonna crash my game for some reason. Anyway, we need dirt. Oh, I know. And then I should probably do a path. To the sidewalk. That would make sense. Oh, and I do still want to overgrow this. I know what set of pieces I'm going to use to do it. They are custom. They're from Felix Andre's estate build set. There's like a whole big set of ivy and like wall vines and stuff that I'm gonna grab. Now, this could be cool. Really soft, and then bring back my grid, I think. Oh, I gotta go down to get my grid. There's like cobblestones, and now we're going to big flat. Would this be flagstone? I don't know. Big pavers. I think they're supposed to be from like the ruins in the Get Together neighborhood, but we're just gonna use them. And then we'll go ahead and we'll throw in some like dirt or something. Along the edges. So here. Soften this thing. There we go. Okay. These are what? It's Woodbine? Yeah. And it's sort of, the reason I thought of this is because it sort of matches a little bit of like the vines that are already on here. So take this piece, slice it down one, and raise it up to 5 feet. Then this guy, and raise him up. Okay, but does that look cool? Or does that look cool? And then we also have other pieces here. So we have the that's coming up on the others. This one is going to be coming down. And if I'm feeling really spicy, I may attempt to tool mod some vines up on the top here. Or maybe we have, there's that, we'll grab some ground cover pieces actually, and kind of maybe raise those up. Shrink them. Yeah. You can find Felix Andre on Forge and Patreon. If you want these vine pieces, which of course you do, because they're awesome. Just give it a little bit. And they also come in other colors. So you can have ones that are a little bit more green, ones that are a little bit more yellow, kind of turning for fall. Don't they look great? I think the beast wants out. I might have to remove the beast. Okay. Stare at that for a second while I let the beast out. The beast has been released into the wild. Not into the wild, just into the rest of the apartment. She's an indoor cat. Don't worry. Oh, hi. Thank you so much for lurking. I appreciate you. And I am having a good day. Thanks. And I hope that you're enjoying your lurk. Yeah. So here we go. I think, so there's these pieces of ground cover that go on roofs. And I'm going to try to mess with them and maybe put them up on top of the pergola. And we'll see how that goes. It may go horribly wrong, and then we'll just scrap it and it'll be fine. So first, I want to see if I can maybe find a piece that like sort of matches. That's an option. Oh, the low-lying pale yellow flowers, sort of. They're like classic ground cover, and the leaves are sort of similar. Wonder. We raise her up with the 9 key. And then we might have to do some tool mod nonsense to kind of tilt it. I'm not very good at this in tool mod. We're gonna try it because I like the idea too much. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Whoop, wrong way. Okay. But we're on the right axis. Okay, so if we go -40. Okay. If you raise up a little bit more, and then we tilt again. -20. Okay. Okay. It's cool. It's fun. And then I don't want to. Maybe if I bring it down a little bit. -0.5. Whoop, no. Elevate. 5. And then let's try 0.05. I'm missing an O, I think. All right. I think what I need to do is tilt it kind of down towards the screen from here. So, all right. We can go maybe 5 degrees. Okay. Okay. That's kind of cool. That looks kind of good. And then we'll just kind of layer some more around. Oh, I should grab these because I gotta get out of toolbot. If I grab these jasmine flowers, there's one that is this. So if we raise it up and then we'll just kind of rotate and mess with that. 60. I didn't hit the right button. Funny. Why are you not doing anything? Are you on? Oh, maybe it's the axis. Change. No, I think that's the right one. Okay, so she doesn't want to rotate. That's fine. We can just keep doing more of these. Because the thing that I was thinking about was this. These flowers that I'm not going to attempt to pronounce because I know that I'm going to get it wrong. But I do like how small the yellow ones that this is, that it has some of that sparseness still, because this is like very heavy and thick. So let's try and maybe we can throw some more of the low-lying pale yellow flowers up on top. Where are you? Where are you, friend? You can just do that. Oh, they're in shrubs, that's why. Okay. Now we could go maybe kind of here. And then we'll probably have to raise them up a little bit, but that's fine. So we're going to rotate. Is that it? 20? No, wrong way. 40. And then just raise them up a little bit. No, we're not negative. Positive. 5. A little bit more. Oh. I'm definitely good at this and not just messing around and guessing at all. Okay. But that looks awesome, actually, and I'm very happy. And I think that we should do more. Maybe I should like size them up and down. That could be fun. Oh my flowers, where'd you go? Take these and maybe like step, size it down, and go up. Like tilt it down back. Okay. I'm gonna select him, that would help. Well, mm, I'm gonna drop him a little bit more, and then I'll see if I need to rotate. Like 1. Because if I rotate too much, it's gonna get weird on this side. So maybe it's okay that it comes up a little bit much in the back. Let's see. No, I like it better the other way. A -5. Yeah, we can live with that. And then of the woodbine pieces and just kind of like so it can be more connected. Full mod. Yeah. Then we'll rotate the stack. This is great for me because I get to practice rotating. So I don't do this really at all. Okay, okay. Could rotate that a little bit more. 5. I'll raise it. Rotate it a little bit more and then we'll raise it up. Or is that good? It's kind of good. No, let's raise it up a little bit or I can add a second piece to kind of bring it in more here. Because I do still have these peppermints. Because I used a little bit of the smaller one. And now we're getting a little bit of depth from slightly different color too, which is good. wrong way. Is it worth it to keep finicking with this? To me, yes. I'm having fun. I hope you are too, if you're watching this. Or at the very least, that I am a good background noise for whatever it is that you're doing. Which, if you are using me as background noise, I truly appreciate it. I do that all the time with lots of different things. Like if I'm playing another game or something, I just throw on like any stream or something, just as almost like a podcast. So if you're treating me like a podcast right now, I'm honored. I'm honored to be your background noise. And if you are actively watching, I'm also so happy that you are. Hello, welcome, hi. Right. Is that not kind of cool? I think it's kind of cool. Let's see if we can... I know the jasmine didn't work before, but I'm going to see if I can mess with it some more. Because it feels weird just to have this one piece here that isn't really... Yeah, it's not moving. I don't know why. Oh no, it did. Okay. Okay. It can move. Okay. It did there. Why didn't you move? Okay. Kind of a little bit more angular that way. What do I do? And I don't know what it's doing. As presumably, I would imagine that Tuamon was meant to manipulate like things that are from EA or Maxis. So trying to manipulate something that's custom content may not be as easy because we're rotating. Looks like it really does not want to move that way. So we're just... gonna have to be okay with this being the only piece of it. Well, I can go ahead and like skip some back here. We'll just do this. regardless, I think that looks great. So, next we're just gonna go back through the interior now and see if there's anything else that we want to do in here. Fixed that. Do we want fancy lights? I kind of want fancy lights. Because we've just been rocking with like the sized down saucer lights, which have been great. But I think now that the interior is mostly done, I want fancy lights. Maybe some lanterns. This feels like a lantern household. Some size downs of these. These are for movie. I really like these because I like lanterns, but I understand that that might not be everybody's vibe. And also they do come in some strange swatches, like everything for movie hangout. But this one shows up as like black and gray, but they almost look a little bit purple to me. Do something fun over dining table too. Now, this is while I rant again about Realm of Magic and the issues that I have with it, is that Realm of Magic really, like, let me pull it up because I'm so disappointed that the only hanging light is this, when you could have easily done a hanging lamp. Like, because if we're pulling, like, Tiffany, like, vibes, how hard would it have been to do, like, a cool Tiffany lamp with fringe or something? Because it's also Art Nouveau. So do something that's like the shape of that high school years lamp that I was looking at, or like the shape of like these vampire lamps, but a hanging light, and do it with like a Tiffany glass pattern. That would have been so perfect for Realm of Magic, but no. God forbid. Which, speaking of, I do have a standing lamp that looks like that. I just gotta find it. Where are you? Where are you, pretty lamp? I hope I didn't make you up. Oh, I do have this, but that's not what I'm looking for. Could have sworn that I did. Oh, maybe I'm thinking of this. Because this is also a little bit more Art Deco in like shape, but it is cool. This is from a specific set that if you get it, it will show up in your game as Art Deco. If you pull up the style tag, it is actually Art Deco. Super beautiful set. It's for like a nightclub or bar type thing. but it's great. It's really good. It's really fun. Not, I think, for this house, though, unfortunately. I do still think that I want a ceiling lamp. Because I kind of want something where it looks like they bought the lamp. Or like they bought the lamp at like a flea market. Or like with a shade at a flea market. And then just sort of put it back together. Refurbished it. Here's the longer version of that other face. This. See, this is why it's fun to do medium wall height. Oh, that's funky. There we go. And then, of course, we have the plant lamp in the kitchen. Now, upstairs, I think we could put a fun lamp on the chest. Well, it probably won't slot to the chest, but put it on there anyway. We could do one of these. Do one of the crystal balls. Those are always fun. Orb. And I have another crystal ball. Or we could do maybe. Oh, that's so annoying that it only sizes down base and not the crystal. Why? Why would you do that to me? This is cute. Oh, it's from the Sims resource. Okay, we're gonna have to do some nonsense. Back. Did I achieve my nonsense? I'm good with that. Nonsense achieved. Do a fun little light maybe over ours. I wish I had some like outdoor snake decor. Be fun. That's silly. Pretty good papers. Oh, these are from that same set actually as the table lamp. Let's pull these. She got a couple of them at the flea market. Right over the sink. Oh, and no, I don't think we have room for a desk lamp. Not really. Well, we could put that there, and then maybe we could put in a desk lamp. This one will be different. This will be from a different set. Oh, No, we do not have enough room for one of the crystal balls. It's just not gonna work. Oh, this is from that same set. This is a table lamp. That's a floor lamp. That's not a table lamp. Just you sized it way down, which I guess you could. It's gigantic, and so are you. Oh my goodness. Not make reasonably sized table lamps? Or maybe I just don't think these are reasonably sized. Just need a little desk lamp. A cute little desk lamp. See, this is probably about the same size, but it slots up here. Why? Why would you do that to me? Maybe a lantern would work. Nope. Is that gonna look weird? No, that's gonna look fine. Is that... These are growing together. Wild. Or, yeah, that's fine together. I don't know why I've never looked at that. That's cool. And then... I don't know. I don't really want to leave this empty, but I don't know if I have anything good that will go there. Let's see. Drinking water. Because I actually have water this time. I remembered that that was a thing that I should have. Okay. A good box. A nice, good box. My Shuno-san does it again. And it doesn't matter if anything flips because it'll just go straight into the roof. I don't know why our trees have suddenly decided to do this, but I'm gonna save. I don't know if I'm gonna put this like up on the gallery or anything. There's so much custom content in it. I don't know if that would even be reasonable. But if you want the house, I guess just let me know. And I'll see what I can do. Yeah, I wish the trees hadn't gone all pixely on me. And the plants and everything. So it looked really cool. Everything looked just so nice. Why would you do that? Okay. Well, here's the house. It is still technically a tiny home at 89 out of 100 tiles. And it has, we'll go ahead and put in there, it's got one bedroom, one bath. And yeah, she's beautiful, I promise. Managed full kitchen that should be functional. A bathroom should also be functional. Living room managed to get a radio and a TV. Not very much seating though. Oh, and a bookcase. And then bedroom upstairs, piano, computer, and an easel. I do really like how this all turned out. I think it came together. And I do like how this front yard turned out as well. So yeah. One Whimsigoth Tiny Home complete. Yeah, what time is it? Okay. It's like 8:30 for me. How long have we been going? I don't even know. Oh, only an hour and a half. Could do more. Could start another house. Could be silly goofy and start another house. Why would I say that? I'm never silly or goofy. Certainly not enough. I need more silly goose energy, I think. But either way, we'll go ahead and go back out to manage worlds. And if you see something that's unfinished, like an unfinished build, just don't look at it. I kind of want to build in Copperdale. I've never built in Copperdale. Probably because there's just one empty lot. But let's see. Let's see what strikes us. Something I've been doing when I like go into a space and I don't really know what I want, is I've been rolling random room sizes. So like I'll roll like a number like between 2 and 8 for each like dimension of the room. So I might do that. That might be fun. And then as I build the rooms, I just start putting them all together. I think that'll be fun. Unfortunately, I can't also share the roller as I do this. Just too bad. So I'll just be rolling the numbers on my phone. Two and 8. Okay, 4. 4 is not bad. 4 is a good place to start. So 3, 4, 2, of course. 4 by 2. All right. First things first. Give me medium walls. I want them. I like them. All right. Usually when I roll a room this size, I start with like an entryway. But what if this is actually that concept, but like a back room? Like back door entrance. That could be fun. A little bit different. So, oh goodness. All of the plants here have gone square too. You're fine. Stop it. Okay. So, Copperdale is very Art Deco. So I think I want to kind of pull from my inspirations for that era. So for that, I'm thinking Art Deco with, or maybe like updated Gilded Age. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Like the era, because like Art Deco comes right after, kind of the early, so Art Deco being like late 1910s into the 1920s. It's people weren't really building houses as like Art Deco. They were updating things where like you have Art Deco decorations inside of your late Victorian or very Edwardian house. If you were in England, in United States, that era is, I don't know if there's a name that everyone would consider for it, the Gilded Age being one of those names, but that really only applies to a very specific set of people who are from New York and had an awful lot of money. But for the average person, I don't think there was much of anything gilded about it. But I think that that's what I kind of want to do. Turn of the 20th century sort of energy, but with some Art Deco influence. And then at one point, I'm sure it will all just fall apart. Because that's what I do. I do love these. Maybe this back area was part of like, I can't resist a sunroom. That's something about me that you are going to learn if I keep making videos and you keep watching them. I love a sunroom. Love them. I think they're great every time. So I think that's what we're maybe gonna start with here. A little bit of a sunroom. And then could go for an arch, but I'm thinking like maybe like a little like maybe seating and then like hanging storage area here, and then like some columns and spandrels into whatever room is back here. Probably the kitchen, but it might not be. It might just go into a hall. So we want a love seat of some sort. Of course, we always have the Grange bench, but I don't think that's quite the energy we're looking for. I think, because I've also used the Desert Luxe sofa sort of in this context, but I don't think that's quite right either. Maybe. Oh my goodness, why is this 6,000 simoleons? Clutter cat, what is this? Why would you do that? I think maybe what I want to do is just have like a low table and then put cushions on it. Maybe that's what I want. Like an accent table, or a console table, or a credenza or something. Yeah, that's kind of nice. Could like shove shoes in there. I think this is technically a TV stand. But this reads kind of mid-century modern, to me anyway. Maybe that's the energy, that this is like family home that dates way, way back. And it still has some Art Deco features, but has been like updated. I don't usually go mid-century. I don't usually like it. That could be not gonna be the one, but I do really like that. Look at me putting in furniture before there's any walls or floor. I always do this. I don't know why. I just start thinking about like what I want to put in before I put in walls or floors or anything. It's fine. It's fine. It's not weird at all. No, actually, I think what I'm doing really is I'm looking for like a hero piece, like a piece that I'm gonna build like the style of the rest of the room around. See, now that matches almost exactly. The paneling's a bit much. It's a bit much. So I do tend to like building houses around specific, or rooms rather, around specific items so that I can really kind of cement the style that I'm trying to do or trying to kind of. So this is like rustic. There's like a worn version and then the clean one. I kind of want the worn version. I kind of think that that works. All right. Floor. We want stone. Stone or maybe tile. I've never looked at that. Maybe. Ooh, let me pull up the high school years. This is the only high school years flooring. The entire pack, the only thing they made was tile. That's funny. It's nice. I do like this tile, but that is funny. Nothing else, only tile. That feels kind of like an oversight. Like maybe there should have been other flooring, like maybe a wood. Or no, even a carpet. Nope. One floor. Okay. Now, window hanging cabinet. Do you have some options that are kind of fun? Do you have these guys? Don't think. Maybe. Could do end pieces on both sides. And it won't clip into the wall. But does it look too much like there's a kitchen? Let's see if I can swatch the color. Yeah. Let's see if I can find kitchen cabinet that has a swatch that kind of goes with the table. It doesn't look like a kitchen cabinet. Doesn't seem likely. That's okay. We have good old displays. Could do a laundry shelf. It's not matching the way that I want it to. I mean, probably nothing's going to be an exact perfect match, but I'd like to get closer. I think I can do that. Well, this actually is a high school year's piece. This is the clothes rack. Just don't like that it clips into the wall so much. But if I try to tile them, it's gonna have to be probably that length. So I'm like inching a cabinet. Still not quite right. Come on. I think that's as close as it is gonna get. I don't hate it, but I'm not in love with it. Nothing. Oh, I do have these. I like these shelves. These actually might be a little bit of a better match. And I could also do Okay. It's nice. Do I want a second one? Grab some of that wall height. I like that. Oh, we should have a little rug. We should have a little entryway rug. And then I think I'm gonna put like shoes in the cubbies. And then go from there. I think that's maybe the only things that I'm for sure about wanting. And then when I eventually like tile this into the rest of the house, I'll put in some like columns and spandrels to make an archway out of here. Because I don't really like that many of the arches that are in the game. They kind of suck. Arches, weak. Your arch game is weak, EA. Get on that. Okay. This one is size down. So it looks textured, and I think to me that like makes it look like a doormat. At least when it's sized down, I think it does. It reads matte to me. My guess, put on a light switch. I never think about light switches because they just go on the wall. They don't do anything. Miss. Do I need clutter? I think I might need clutter. Shoes. That would help. So we've got the Dream Home Decorator shoes. I also have. I know I have rubber boots. Yes. I'm gonna set some down. We also have kids' boots. Aren't they just cute? These up here, I'm gonna put. Look at those being full size. They're not so bad. That's all I wanted to know. Not a yellow. Make no yellow boots. No, red boots. It's red boots. And a yellow ring. Okay. Something I have a set of clutter in Sims 2 that I really like. That's shoes, and it's got tons of swatches, and you can also for each different colorway, there's also an option to make the other shoe invisible. So you could do either right or left, and then you can like arrange the shoes like all like messy, or like if there's a missing shoe, and then put like the opposite one somewhere else. I love it. It's great. I would love to have it right now. I think would be just so good because these almost seem too organized. Like, considering that we're in Copperdale and we're probably making like a family home, like, she should be a little bit more messed up. I think that would make sense, no? Anyway, ugh, it's the unbearable weight of being right. It's my cross to bear. Of course, one day I could get myself together and start making custom content and converting things myself. That would be awful thing. I don't know. I could do it. What else would we put in here? Because this is like, it's the back door. Like, you're not throwing your keys here. Like, let's get some dirty clothes in there or something. Things that you would take outside. And the reason I went for these over the Grange boots, one, these are gigantic. I don't know why they're so big. Your Sim's feet are not actually this big. You can size them down, but I don't know why. This is the default size. But also, I like that these other ones that are custom are dirty. I think it looks fun. Oh, and I do also have these sandals. Because, like, I'm always gonna have one pair of shoes just, like, ready to go by the door. So you can, like, run out and take out the trash, sure. Some groceries. Bring in some groceries or something. Just a crow hanging out in the mudroom. No. No mudroom crow. Oh, toolbox. Yeah, put you in the mudroom. I guess we'll just treat it sort of like a closet. Like a linen closet garage situation. Oh, that might be better than the sky, actually. What else? What else? Just random wooden bucket. If it were like a 5-gallon plastic bucket, sure, it could go in the mudroom. But I don't think wooden bucket really makes sense, unfortunately. Because we're not in Henford on Bagley. I think I'm gonna take a little break soon. Which would probably also be a good time for anybody who happens to be watching this to take a break. That's fun. So this is also Sibylla. This is from the moving in and out set. It's a rolled up rug. That's kind of fun. Just like been meaning to get rid of it or like bring it in, and we just haven't gotten to it. The attic boxes. The season's attic boxes. Oh, and I could look through basement treasures too. Just plop those things in, and then I'll figure out where I'm gonna actually. One. There's enough space between these. No. Zero. Should be fun. Oh, nice. They just fit right there. Nice. Okay, once I'm through doing the first pass of decorating this room, I think I'm going to take a short break. I don't have a fancy card for that you get to stare at. You're just gonna have to stare at the screen. But I would suggest you also get up and take a break if you're watching it. Basement treasures. That's what I wanted. But I will probably also look up the other sets that I have. Decorations. Oh, this is good. Storing. Okay. Okay. Well, I found even more stuff than this, but I guess not. He's coming. I wish these came in Simlish swatches, but I guess I'll just have to shove it against the wall so you can't see that it's in English. But I would prefer it in Simlish. That used to not bother me at all. That used to not be a thing that I worried about. Whether something was like in Simlish or not. But these days, it really bothers me. I don't know why. I think it's just like, especially if I'm decorating, the whole point is for it to be The Sims. But now it used to not bother me at all. It used to not be a thing that I would think about. But now I don't know. Oh, we can also put the groceries back. The new groceries from the kitchen clutter set. Can go here. Does that clip in? Not enough to really be a problem. Oh, and we also have the sticker storage box. Oh, and that's gigantic. Stackable storage tub from Restoration. I think that'll do it. Ooh, I like that it's beat up. Okay. That is gonna be our mudroom, and when we come back, when I come back, in just a few minutes, I'm gonna roll again, and we'll see. Go walk around, stretch, do something. Okay. back. I hope you had a nice break for the 2 seconds that it was, but I hope it was nice. All right, rolling for the next room. Hopefully you get good numbers. 3. Okay. 5. 2. This always happens to me. I like perpetually roll 2s. I don't know why. I think this is gonna be a bathroom. That's just easy. And this size. Okay. Can light. Okay. So if we're going for a almost like updated Victorian, I think one of our I think tile is definitely the way to go. I do have these. I think yeah, that feels right. And then maybe a wallpaper. I don't usually go wallpaper in bathrooms, but maybe that's it. It's gonna be a very dark bathroom. But maybe that's okay. I think maybe I'm okay with that. All right, what door are we going to use and where are we putting it? That is the question. Help to go to short doors since that's where most of the doors are. Obviously, should definitely do the furry door in Lovestruck. Yes. Shut the door. He's cute. He's happy. That doesn't look like a public place at all. That might be something. This is also Lovestruck. But I'm kind of into the squares. I think that might be cool. Okay. I'm thinking. Let's see. Vampire could be easy. Could be easy to do vampire. Yeah. It's easy, and I think vampire is correct. Alright. That would be easy to immediately go for vampire sake. So we'll keep that in mind wherever it is. Vampire scene, are you? I'll keep you in mind. But we also have the high school years. It has a little bit of that deco influence. on. I'd also go with exposed pipes. No, I think pedestal sink might be the way to go here, just because that's the kinds of sinks that were happening in the era that we're going for. So it might be down to between cottage living and vampire who has the better swatch. Which, of course, the vampire one is going to match, so yes. Vampire it is. Shower. At least a shower, I think. We can get one in. Though we could also just go full vampire set. Will it function with the door right there? Probably. And if it doesn't, don't tell me. Okay. Well, that was easier than it had any right to be. Kept trying to make it harder for myself. We'll go life and death mirror, so we're not all vampiring here. And we did that of some kind. Continue this one from the sleek bathrooms kit. It's a little bit modern. Just to bring in something else. Then I need sometimes. Oh, we cannot forget onsen ducky. There's always room for onsen ducky somewhere. Cannot make a bathroom without him. Thank you, green. I always feel like this bar of soap also is just gigantic. It's probably not, but it does feel that way to me. Gotta make sure all of our metals are matching. And I think we need some sort of towel rack for this wall. That comes in the colors I like. Now we do have this is a whole thing. It's towel rack. It's modular, sort of. And then we just put towels on. We'll have to kind of get those in place. And then no, because they don't go with this one. They go with the different one. Okay, this towel goes with this thing. Oh my goodness. clipping here, but I'm gonna live with it because I wanted room for 2 towels. I am gonna move it out. It's not flipping so hard. 2. Oh, no. Am I gonna spend a long time fidgeting with this? Or I could just put 2. That's also an option that I just didn't think about for some reason. But I could put another one. Wow. The beast is demanding to come in. You'll have to get her in. So, the cat was scratching at the door, right? So I gotta let her in. She runs away as soon as I open the door. Because, of course, it's just a game. It's all just a game to her. It's fine. She's a cat. She does whatever she wants. I would like to have a second towel here. But I think with this particular towel rack, it's just not going to happen. Because I do have the one that's longer. Maybe we do that. This is definitely a modern edition, clearly. So then it crosses over where the toilet paper is. I just need to move this. Is that gonna bother me less? Do that. So then if I put another towel here, it's gonna be super far away. No, we're discarding entirely. We have other options. I do have this guy. I use him all the time. He never lets me down. Unfortunately, he might let me down today because the metals don't match. It's okay. It's okay. All metals are neutral. All metals are neutrals. It's fine. Just put in some lights. Okay. When I go back to these, I do love these. And I think they're kind of the vibe that we're looking at in this room in particular. Do they not look stunning? I think I want the double one, though, in the middle. She's beautiful. She's probably going to be the light of the build. All right. Another room done. Let's roll. Well, let's get here and then let's... Can we get a room that isn't 2 by something? 4. 4 by 8. Well, it's not 2 by something. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just enough room. Okay. And we like. I'm just gonna keep building this house until I feel like stopping, and then I'll come back and finish it another day. And I promise I will do other things here besides just building The Sims. I do want to start up a new Stardew game and bring anyone along who happens to be watching that day. Or the many days that it will be that I play Stardew Valley. Okay. So, I'm thinking eat-in kitchen? Maybe living room. Because my concern is that I'm not gonna roll a room that is as big as this one again. And there will be a certain point, probably where I just start, when I start putting things together, where I just start moving things wherever I want and I make like additional rooms. That can definitely happen. I do kind of want to build a kitchen though. I feel like building a kitchen, so we're gonna make this a kitchen. All right. Tile. There's a tile that I have in Sims 2 that I wish I had here that's got like little tulips painted on it. That would be so pretty. But I do not have it. I do think pattern tile is our direction, though. What are we doing? Now we could go for, since this is high school years tile. So, and then so is this. This feels more bathroom tile to me though. But this does, I guess. This could read kitchen tile, I suppose. Hmm. Black and gold kitchen. This is not it. This isn't Florida. Or the 90s. I think the black gold is the way to go if I do this. But I don't mind it. I like the little flourish up at the top border. So I'm thinking we'll put kitchen on one side and then maybe like a little like breakfast nook situation on the other side. Which if I do a breakfast nook, I want it to be the rest of that sunroom that I was thinking about. Which means grabbing those life and death windows. Which I love. Life and Death was just a really it's a hit. They really did it with this pack. In me, not the broken one. There you go. take this. And I think I'm going to turn it this way. And then we're going to put the whole thing on the back. So, and then do this. And that also means that since we have this flooring here, we can just do that floor again in here and we don't have to think about it. And we can also do these walls in the dining room side. Oh yeah. I might take out these windows here. But I like that. I like that a lot. Then we shall. Once again, life and death. Being her amazing, spectacular, wonderful self. No misses, all hits. I think we need to, because the only spandrel it comes with, though, is the one for the stone. But the horse ranch would match. Just go back in, wall to one here, and then choose beautiful arch. Might have to switch the wood color. It'll be easier to switch. And isn't she cool? Okay. And then also do columns on either side of here. I think. But we also just want the regular flat horse ranch ones. No, I think I like the little detail of the life and death ones. Just to iron out that the transition. And then I think I'll have a door on the side, double door. That might go into like a more formal dining area that they probably don't use very much. I do have these. These are by Valia. There's the sun-woven doors, which I really like, but I don't know that they're right for this. No. No. Such an outboard. I don't think we have swatches without the skulls, but if we did, I do love the skulls. I think they're great. Just not for this. Go back to this stage set. have... Okay, okay, maybe. So this is the estate. Double door, which is also an outdoor texture. See, I don't know if like a glass door is the vibe. I don't think it is. Um, unless maybe it's just like a glass transom at the top. I'm sure this shouldn't be as hard of a decision as it is, but it's hard for me. I could always... I do have these. I do like these and using them a lot. These called the Valia's Mediterranean set, which she doesn't miss. These are great, and they're tall. They're eating up a lot of the wall space, which I like. I do like going medium wall height. I don't regret that choice by any means. I love medium wall height. It does mean that I have to eat up more of the wall, but I like finding ways to do that. So, kitchen time. Kitchen. Now, I do like this growing together kitchen set because, or at least the icebox. I don't know why. I just think it looks so cool. And the question would be if I'm okay with not using the growing together stove. Only because I like other things too. So we have the Life and Death one, which I don't want to use the fridge for that just because it looks like it's fine. But I do wish that we had gotten something a little different. It's just similar, so no. Let's see. What else? What other options do we have? We do have this one from Cottage Living. We do have it in lots of other colors, including a black with a gold that looks really similar. Okay, yes, that's what we're using. And I'm gonna put it over here. This is a thing that I learned that is so silly and unnecessary, but it's important to me. Is now when I'm building something that's supposed to be like an updated historical house, I will try to put the fridge or the icebox or whatever close to the back door. And this is because that's how these houses would have been built. You wouldn't necessarily have like the icebox in the actual kitchen. It would probably technically should be in this area over here. But considering that it's a little bit updated, I'm okay with having it in here, but having it closest to the door. Yeah. Just silly little me things. Okay. Oh, I just used the Valia counters, though I do love them. I'm also not gonna lie, I like the Realm of Magic counter. I like them. I think I might use them. Back again with potentially controversial opinions. Ooh, especially maybe a matte swatch. I do wish I had the option to have like them with the gold instead of the white, with like a gold inlay. But I do like them. And I have custom content upper cabinets that match these now, so I can use those too. And then I'll find something else to put over here. I could just extend the cabinets all the way around, but I feel like that would be too much cabinet. I don't know. We'll find something else, I think. Upper cabinets. Here we are. Beautiful. Put her in here. No. What? I did that because I want a vent hood. We could just do the matching one for like the dove. And I think I'm gonna put some windows back there. And what windows do we want? Short white. I think we should be looking at high school years Strangerville and Life of Death, maybe. I don't mind those. I like that. They're nice and big, but they're a little bit detailed, but they're not too much. I actually really like the Strangerville build set. I don't know why. Like, you see it and it's in this like crazy like green, but when you go through and like look at the wood tones, it's actually really nice. Not that there's not a place for that green. That green is great. And these windows just fit so nicely in there. I think that's good. Do I want anything from wall sculptures? I do like an indoor flowers. Might be a bit big to put any of them in here, but that is another little tip that I have. Put your flower boxes inside sometimes. Sometimes the flower box is even better on the inside. So it could act like a box of like little herbs or something. And it's attached inside. I actually like that one a lot. So if it's attached inside, and it's like this where it's all greenery, it'd be like herbs that your sim is like grabbing to cook with. And even though it's not doing anything outside, I think they look really cool inside too. That might just be me. Other people might find it weird, but I like it. Oh, a trash can. I should put in a trash can over here. That would be good. That would fit. Put it on this one. so voidy. And go with that dark blue and just the fluff. Alright. Sink. We need a sink. I can live with that. I think that looks like it matches. Okay. And I'm just gonna throw in like a little like breakfast table type thing. And then we'll get to decorate. So we do have this guy. He's from like the dead. He's nice. We like him. There are other options. Oh, I do also like this one from For Rent. I don't know. I think that the For Rent table might be it. Because I don't know, I like the little detailing on it. The beast is scratching at the door again. We'll see if she actually comes in this time. The beast ding dong ditched me again. As in, she scratched on the door and then she ran away. It's fine. I don't feel slighted at all. Not at all. Okay, let's pick out some dining chairs. Oh, and before I forget, I do want this guy. It's gonna be our kitchen step stool. So. No, I don't think I want to go with the matching chairs because I feel like I want something a little bit of with a little bit of a smaller profile for in here. They're kind of giant. So we do think it's an option. And a little bit of a darker swatch. Oh, where are the paranormal chairs? They're up here. Do you like the paranormal chairs? What else? Oh. Dining chair? I like this chair, but I don't think oh, it does clip to the table. But no, I don't think so. Oh, we have these. These are nice. I think we're looking for something with like a fun back, but not too big. Let's see, what other swatches of this do I have? Oh, that's nice. I don't know. I don't like the way that it doesn't quite match. And I feel like this one's probably the closest match. So we'll do our old friend, the paranormal chair. I like that better. No, I like the the burgundy. Or is it more? It is almost more of a magenta, but that's fine. I like it, and that should be fine even with the door there, I think. And if it's not, don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me if things aren't functional. I would be able to take it. It just needs to be fixed. But for the most part, I think the things that have put in are functional. Okay, fire alarm. I'm just gonna hide it up in the cabinets. Okay. No one can see it, but it is there, and it should work. And that's it. Kitchen appliances. What do we think we should have in here? Since we didn't have any room for kitchen appliances in the other build. Probably a toaster, maybe a microwave. If this build presumably would have kids, so it'd probably be good to have something that the kids can use. But I think they can cook with certain. I know they can cook with certain things, and they can't with other things. So we'll do the waffle maker. It's cute. And then maybe a coffee maker over on this guy, because we need this guy open for cooking. Yeah, options. Oops. Beast is screaming again. But I know she's not going to come in. She just wants me to open the door. She doesn't like closed doors. She finds them offensive. Right now, that's crazy. Okay. Kitchen clutter, go. That's right, those are. They don't change color. Red box? Do people even have bread boxes? I've never lived somewhere where there's that we never in my life have I owned a bread box. Have I lived with anyone who's owned a bread box? But if you do indeed have one, I would love to know. So I'm curious. Are bread boxes a thing currently in the world? Are they just a thing that people used to have? Tell me, because I don't know. Oh, mm, I think once I finish with this room, I'm gonna be done for this evening. But seeing as it is a kitchen, it could take a while. So. What I want are salt and pepper shakers. Probably close to the top. Here we go. Salt and pepper grinders. Fancy. And I think I want kitchen mat. Decorations. So, I do have this one from Get Together. It's like for workers at place and stuff. So that's an option. I'm not super into it though. I do have this one from Outlook Magic. Too much matchy. No. Do I need to be this specific about rugs? No. Am I going to be? Yes. What about this one? This is our Gemini rug. I just got this recently, actually. I like that. Just a little bit more modern, a little bit updated. And it's one of those things where it's like a family lives here. It's not just like a fancy house. Like people live in this house, you know? And I think I want some sort of shelf over here, some sort of like display cabinet or a shelf or something. I could do a wall tree. This is actually a bathroom cabinet, but that could be something. So, now that I'm black. This is actually a high school year shelf. Okay, option for sure. Oh, we also have this guy, but that looks, I don't know. No, I like the details on this one better, I think. I can also always do like open shelving all the way up, but I feel like a hutch is probably the way to go. This is way too big. I do like it, but it's way too big. Oh, we have the Crystal Creations display cabinet. Yeah, I like that. I think that's good. And then we'll just... Where do I want it in? Let's just do the first one, I think that's good. And then... whether we didn't fit in it. Fancy dishes. Coffee. Where I put coffee in. This is just additional kitchen storage for us. It's not actually for fancy things. Oh, but we could put wine in here too, or nectar. Because sims don't drink wine, technically. Well, I do have other scents. I think that works actually. Maybe some extra plates and stuff. Ooh, maybe like fancy glasses. Not that there's anything like inherently fancy, I guess, about martini glasses, but I don't know. I don't use them. But that's because I don't drink things that come in martini glasses. Except these aren't martini glasses. Those are coupe glasses. I do drink things out of coupe glasses sometimes, actually. Like, because a martini glass isn't shaped like that. Those are coupe glasses. No one cares. No one has ever cared. Oh, the bird. I'm gonna put this out here so I remember I want to use it outside. Da, da, da. Let's hit into clutter. See what we got in here. I think I'm just gonna leave that empty for now and fill it up when I come back. Because the cat she's going crazy, and I need to go tend to her before she does something like knock a vase over. Well, it's been great. I'm gonna save. And I'm gonna put this VOD up on YouTube at some point soon. If for any reason you wanted to see it again. And I'll be streaming again to keep working on this build at some point in the future. Thanks for hanging out. If you did, I appreciate it. And I hope you have a wonderful night or day if you happen to be watching this on YouTube in the future. And once again, if you saw something that was like a piece of custom content and you didn't get the name of it or you couldn't find it, you can leave a comment on the YouTube video. You can reach out to me on Tumblr or BlueSky with whatever it is that you're looking for, and I will do my best to find it for you so that you can put it in your game too. And with that, I will bid all of y'all good night.